What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft server. So guys, we are continuing on with our villager project. So last episode we set up a crazy way over here for us to take our villagers that have been bred up, put them through a contraption, zombify them, have them go into their own holding cells down under here. This is like a very extensive redstone operated process thing. So yeah, lots of redstone, lots of holding cells for up to 15 villagers. I don't know if we're ever going to have 15 going at a time down there. But yeah, the zombie villager enters after we have cured them in our Pez dispenser, and they'll sit in their cell for 5 minutes, and then it releases them, and then they come back up to our holding chamber. Yep, our little queue here for all of our different villager holdings. And then we can decide at this point if we want to send them to be zombified again. It takes 5 times for that to happen for us to get the lowest trade, or I added in a little switch here so we can send them over this way, right? So once they come over this way, I made this little hut here so we can have our villager just kind of sit right here on this rail, and then we can give him or her, don't want to assume the villager's gender, one of these different jobs. Yeah, we can give him one of these different villager trading stations. And then once we figure out if that's the villager that we want, or if it's a villager that we don't want, we can use these different levers here. So I guess probably the best thing for me to do at this point would be to pretend like I'm a villager and show you how this works. So I don't have a minecart apparently. Let me grab one out of our dispenser over here. Like so. So if I'm a villager, and I got picked up over here, and we are sending us this way to go get a job. We come along a minecart, come over here, and we enter into this area, and we just sit right here on this downward facing powered rail, right? I can press this button to activate the rail, and it'll send them off this way, or if I have this lever to dispose of the villager, say they have bad trades, they go this way. Yeah. Down here is going to be lava. I don't have the lava in there right now, but yeah, this is what we got going on. So I can keep the villager or dispose of the villager, and then we can send the villager whichever way we decide, and this is the keep path. So this path would be leading into one of our 4 different sections of our villager trading hall. I still got to figure out which section and which side of each section is going to contain which villagers. That's another step in this process that I need to do. But I feel pretty confident that we can start getting at least a few villagers started here. So yeah, you saw here in the shulker box that I did make up a stack of like each of the different types of trading stations that I want. I don't know if we're going to be using all of these. In fact, I know we don't have enough spaces for every one of these, but I wanted a stack of all of those just so we could have them for the future. One of the first things that we need to figure out though is to cure the villagers, we are going to need a steady supply of apples to turn into golden apples. No, I have a few, and we can, get going right now and start curing a bunch of villagers, but we are going to run out. We don't have a supply to refill. I don't really want to keep chopping down dark oak trees or oak trees and hoping for those random apple drops. So really what we need to do is get ourselves a villager, a farmer villager that has an apple trade. So last second decision, instead of putting lava down here, I'm going to put a wither rose. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And then I could put like a hopper minecart underneath this block here, which I have not done yet, but I could put a hopper minecart underneath there. So then when the villagers come in here to be disposed of, I could just break the minecarts that are piled up here, and then we can reclaim them. If we just send them into lava, then we're losing 5 iron every single time, which, I mean, we do have an iron farm, but if we don't have to waste minecarts, let's not waste minecarts, right? Okay, so this guy right here, this is going to be our first farmer villager. It looks like there is a 1/3 chance that we will get, a bread trade for 1 emerald. That's a default without any doctoring up of these villagers. So if you have that, this guy has been through the zombification process once, so he does have cheaper trades. But let's go ahead and try again. I want to try and get this so we get the emerald for 6 bread, because we're going to need that for breeding up our villagers. And then after we get past the apprentice stage, we have a 2/3 chance of getting, the apples trade. And that's what we're looking for. So far we've had bad luck. Yeah. We gotta just keep doing this a few times and eventually we'll get it. Maybe I should put these in my offhand so I can do this a little bit faster. All right, so that's not the right one. Do that. That's not the right one. Do that. Keep going. Are you losing the job? Are you like getting a different trade every time? Here we go. So there's a bread trade. This is what I want to skill this guy up with. So let's do this and we'll just get as much bread as we possibly can. All right, probably more than what we needed to level him up. So we should level up. There we go. And there's our apple trade. So here we go. Now we can get ourselves a stack of apples for every single trade and I don't have to chop down trees anymore. So that is really, really good. As soon as this guy replenishes his stock, which it doesn't look like he'll do on this day, I can get more apples, but having the ability to cure 64 villagers, or maybe 2 stacks of villagers per day, I think that's going to do enough for us. So after a little bit of fiddling around, I think we got something that'll work here. It's just going to get the villagers in there. This isn't going to be a permanent thing. Like I say, once we get all the villagers in there, like we'll close up this back face and it'll look something like that up there. So you won't even see all this rail behind. But yeah, we sent the villager out and just kind of just chilling here on the grass now. This is our apple villager, but he doesn't have a workstation and zombies could spawn and come attack him. We need to get this guy safe, right? So what I want to do is have a series of levers here so we can determine which way we want our villagers to go, which of the 4 different sides of the 2 sections we want this villager to exist in. So I think this side over here, this rail and this rail, this is going to be dedicated specifically for book trading until we get all the books that we want. So really, we're not going to be sending anybody this way at all. So this will be flipped. If I can get the lever right, one of these will get it to go. There we go. Okay. So now this track will come over here up this path, right? We do need to get these things powered, so I guess I should grab some more levers for that, or I could use redstone blocks, one of the two. We'll just grab some levers for simplicity's sake. So that can be turned on, and then this also needs power here as well, all of the time, regardless of these 2 levers. Okay, so that should be good to go now. I just need to push this villager onto this track and send him on his way, so we'll get the first villager in our trading hall here momentarily. Hopefully everything works. I actually haven't tried this portion before. I just assume everything's going to go to plan. I did turn that rail off on purpose in case this guy went backwards. So we'll go this way. Go on, little buddy. Go find your new home. Okay, and yes. So the first villager went into here. Although this rail didn't change the way I was expecting it to. This rail should be flipped back the other way, and I'm not sure why it's still flipped this way. So that is something I'll have to take a look at. Yeah, the way I had this set up was it should be the minecart goes over to this detector rail, which powers this with redstone, and when this unpowers, this should flip back the other way, but maybe the first one's different. I don't know. Anyway, so we got our first villager in here. So we need to go around to the front of the building, and yeah, we got to give it its first workstation so it can reset its trades and do things that villagers do. And this is quite a trek back and forth. Maybe I'll just poke a hole from the backside just so I can get in here easier, not have to do this journey every single time for each villager. But our guy should be here. Yes. Hi. Would you like a workstation? There you go. Oh yeah, it looks like you might have reset his trades already. We're set. So I could keep the villager in the minecart, or I could pop the minecart out and grab that back, which I think we'll do. We'll leave the villager in here. He has access to his workstation to be able to reset the trades, so we should be able to get more apples, so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. So for now, we're going to leave that villager alone, and we're going to continue working on others. Alright guys, so we're going to go through this process again, just make sure all my tracks are going the way that I want them. I think everything should be fine here to pull another villager out of our queue. So let's press the button. Should be able to pick up a villager, send him over where we want him. Yeah, so this villager, we're going to make another farmer. The one trade that our other farmer villager did not get, the one trade was cake. So it doesn't really matter what the first or the second trade is. It's the third trade that we care about. However, I think we are going to go ahead and just keep doing this until we get a bread trade, since that's an emerald trade. Yeah, that's like the cheapest thing that we can get from this guy. So I'll do this. We'll level him up to the next level. Okay. I guess we can do pumpkin pie. That doesn't really matter either. We just want to level him up one more time. And if this trade right here doesn't have cake, we have to get rid of him. Sorry, guy. Yeah, it's a rough life. Actually, is that right? No, maybe it's the one after. So it's an expert trade. So yeah, it's either suspicious stew or cake is what the next trade is. So we have to try this one more time. I guess we're going to get a whole bunch of cookies here. So hopefully you have a cake trade. Otherwise, sayonara. Sorry, guy. You're going to go to the dispose section. Bye-bye. So sad. It's so sad. Now, the one thing I don't know, does the Wither Rose kill the minecart too? I guess we'll find out how this works. And no, it looks like the minecart's fine. Okay, so I will have to figure out a way to collect those minecarts, but I gotta keep doing this again and again until we get the trades that we want. Alright, so the very next villager did actually have our cake trade, but this guy also has bread trade, apple trade, and cake trade. So they're guaranteed to get golden carrots and glistering melons as their final upgrade. So this villager here actually has everything we want. So our previous villager, yeah, I think we're going to trade him out for this guy just so we can save space. So something that I noticed, and it's kind of bothering me with our farmer trader guy, he gives us bread, apple, cake, golden carrot, and glistering melon. We have all of the trades that I wanted, but the first trade this guy has is 14 wheat for 1 emerald. Now wheat's pretty easy. You just plant a big old field of it, you go harvest it, then you can come back and trade that all for emeralds, but we can't do that right now. 14 for 1? Yeah, that's kind of awful. We want to get this so it's 1 wheat per emerald. I actually have another farmer villager over on our main island over there that has that trade, but we're going to get rid of those villagers eventually, and this is going to be our good guy. So I need to take him and put him back over and zombify him a few times or whatever. I don't really have an easy way of doing that. So in the future, instead of just curing them once and getting the trades and putting them in here, we're going to do it 5 times and then put the village or try and get the trades out of the villagers that already have the lowest price possible. These two, we have ran through the machine 4 more times and they have 5 times been zombies and 5 times been cured. So here's what we're going to do. The next villager that we get, we are going to try and get him to be... What do we want to be? We want to be a fisherman. Fishermen can do a trade for campfires. It's not like, you know, one of the best trades possible out there. 66% chance that we'll get it. And then we don't have to worry about making campfires anymore. We just have to get emeralds, right? So I think that is a valid reason to have that particular profession of a villager. So also we can get cod buckets from these guys for 1 emerald each. So we have to go through the novice trade here, do this a few times. We'll get a whole bunch of buckets this way, which is pretty cool, right? 1 more, and then we get a 66% chance that this villager will have the trade that we want. So should have it, and it does. Awesome. So we now have our campfire trade and bucket of cod trade. Yeah, like we saw earlier, the rails are a little bit messed up. They're not the way that I intended them to be, so it's fine. It's fine. I think this side might be okay. I haven't really tested it, but either way, I'm just getting rid of the detector rail. We're putting the rail straight, so the next one in line is just going to go right here into this empty slot. I forgot to do that, and we had this fisherman in a minecart sitting on top of this guy's head. That was a lot of fun. I had to end up breaking this block out and kind of shoving him over, and after a little while, we got him down there. Yeah, we got our fisherman with the bucket of cod and the campfire trade, and they're all happy, so that is good. So the next thing that we're going to work on is another really easy one. This is the Cleric, and we only need 1 of them. So the Cleric at the novice level has redstone dust, at the apprentice level has lapis, journeyman level has glowstone, and the master level bottle of enchanting. So we only have 1 villager left, and looks like this is all set up. So we'll go and press the button, send him over to here to get a gerb. All the way over here. Cool. And of course, I don't have the correct workstation out, so let me put those back, and we need a brew stand. All right, we got a Cleric. So this guy, even though I have put him through 5 times, it looks like The rotten flesh trade, he wants 2 of them. I wonder if this was a villager that I accidentally enderpearled into. Well, we're going to give it a try. If it turns out that he doesn't have really low trades or his prices increase over time or something like that, I guess we can swap him out and try and get a fresh one that I don't enderpearl into. But yeah, this should be pretty easy. So we should be able to just go ahead and level him up. So we can get redstone from him. Next one, we should be able to get lapis, I believe. Looks like we can turn gold into emeralds if we want to do that. If we want to run AFK at our gold farm and just turn those directly into emeralds, that's a possibility with this guy, I suppose. All right, so then we can get glowstone from him as well. Like so. And finally, the last one will be bottle O enchanting, but I think we have to go through another level before we can get that. So we can do glass bottles into emeralds, it looks like. Well, I suppose we can do any of these others to still level them up, so I guess I'll just grab some more glowstone. Are you going to reset? You should be able to reset, unless you've already reset. Oh, you might have already reset. Okay, so we can like burn through a bunch of emeralds doing this and some redstone, I suppose, as well. There we go. So that should level you all the way up. And there it is, bottle O enchanting. Looks like we can also farm nether warts and get emeralds that way from this guy as well. So that could be a thing that we look at in the future. So we want to keep the villager. We want to send the villager. So this villager should go exactly where we want him in the 3rd slot on this side. And there is our villager. So we'll put down the workstation here. Yeah, I wonder if XP is going to get trapped down there. That's just what I was kind of thinking about. Well, anyway, let's pop the villager out of its holding area. Grab the minecart. Oh, let me down here. There it is. All right, so this guy is set up. I'll put a sign here saying what this villager has to offer. And hopefully the prices don't go up. Looks like the rotten flesh trade actually went down, which is good to see. So we're going to take a break from the villager stuff for a little while. Christmas district about 400 blocks away. Now this is a little bit after Christmas now. So I was told, there was a message in our HermitCraft Discord that there was going to be gifts to the hermits and we were going to be given a DM when our day was available. So I was waiting, and then I forgot that, you know, Christmas had passed and that there's going to be gifts. And yeah, I never got a DM and I forgot it myself. So Christmas district, let's go take a look at this thing because the stuff that has happened here is amazing. The portal's behind you, by the way. So yeah, this is the Christmas district and I'm sure everything by now is no longer spoilers. So I'm going to just go ahead and show everything. This is crazy. I love the candy canes here. Is this some kind of glazed terracotta? If I press F3, yeah, that is red glazed terracotta. That's a block that, any of the glazed terracotta are blocks that I really haven't messed with too much. I like that a lot. So little candy cane entrance coming into the Christmas area. We got a snowman over here. We got a llama. I'm not sure why we have a llama. We got a bunch of llamas up there we'll take a look at. So this is an awesome scene that Cleo has been working on. Oh my goodness, look at that wreath. Look at that. Oh, I love the bow that was made out of the leads. Wow, that's awesome. Got fall sitting there in the center of the wreath. That's really great. So it looks like we have Grian and Impulse playing with blocks and Doc coming in wanting to play. We got Mumbo and Ren. Looks like Mumbo's gonna boost him up with the piston here so he can get some cookies. That's awesome. BOO and Tango sitting on Santa's lap. It looks like I'm behind Santa playing with his puffball. Is that XP? XP looking at False, sitting in the wreath. What else do we have? Oh my goodness, this is something. It's like a rocking horse. Oh, that's awesome. So Stress is on a rocking horse and Iskald's behind her, I guess, pushing, maybe rocking, not sure. Zedoff is in a composter, and then we have Beef here spilling milk, it looks like. Oh, Cleo and Scar fighting over a panda. Oh, that's awesome. And the stuffing fell out. Aw, the poor panda. This is so good. This is so good. I love it a lot. All right, so What is this down here? Feed Melvin the melting mecha snowman. Are you supposed to... Okay, I guess you're supposed to shoot a snowball in its mouth or something. Let's try it. Nope, too high. About right here. Oh! Oh, we did it! Second shot. Awesome. I don't know who set this up. Okay. Well, that's fun. I like it. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So... Tango, I believe, left a gift for everybody. Some of them were provided by other hermits, and I have no idea which number I am, but I do know that I have a present here, and I want to check it out. This doesn't sound safe, apparently. Beef, Iskall. Oh man, I can't. Oh, I'm in a present, apparently. Aha, after a bit of searching around, there it is. Hypno, looks like I am number 17, so let's go see what we got. Oh, is there a way? Some of these didn't have a back. I wasn't sure if there was like an easy way in there. Well, there's some torches. Maybe we can just get underneath here. Uh-oh, got an endermite after us, apparently. Merry Christmas, Hypno. Well, thanks. So we got the green and red shulker boxes, very appropriate. So book and quill. What is this? What's in here? Merry Christmas, Hypno. I heard you needed concrete, so hopefully this will help. You now can also use my concrete maker. Ooh, I'll be happy to show you how to use it. Just let me know. Oh, that's so awesome. That is so awesome. So we get a whole bunch of different dyes. We get a box of sand. Oh, that's super good. And a box of gravel. Aw, thanks so much. This is the whole reason that horizontal chains were added to the game. So Cleo is riding, I guess, Santa's sleigh with Etho in the back. I'm not sure if he's saying onward or if he's like, if that's a whip and he's like whipping the llamas, but yeah, that's super, super awesome. Oh my goodness. So there's a couple of buildings here. This might be a gingerbread house. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything in here. Okay, just decorative build. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but okay. So we have a gingerbread house, and then we have over here, maybe another gingerbread house. I'm not actually certain what this one is. This is a giant fireplace. Okay, well, I mean, wait, did I see a sign? Oh, I thought I saw a sign as I was turning the corner here. Guess not. Well, either way, it does look awesome. Very good design. I like it. And of course, there is a giant snowman over here that we have to look at. What is going on right there? A piece of wool on his head for some reason. This thing is huge. Oh my goodness, guys. Wow. Oh, there's no top to the hat. There's no top. This thing is amazing. Look at the view from up here. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. I love everything that the hermits did here in the little Christmas village. Well, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of HermitCraft. A lot of stuff with the villagers, but it is such a big project, and there is so much stuff that we have yet to do with them. Oh my goodness, just thinking about the amount of villagers that I'm gonna have to cure and get the trades for and all that stuff. Yeah, it's gonna take a minute, that's for sure. I'll probably be streaming some of that over on my Twitch channel sometime this week if you guys are interested in checking that out. You can follow me over on Twitch. That is twitch.tv/Hypnotizd, the same username. Yeah, oh, better watch out. I'm gonna crash into things. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, leave a like on the episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.